Gary.
Seinfuck.
Well, okay, it's the funny law, quote unquote, that Arizona has. And, it's a big like Snoops thing or Snopes thing, whatever the fuck, however you want to say it. I've never heard it pronounced the same way twice, where it is a rumor, or at least it was like a known fact that it is illegal to own more than two dildos in a household in Arizona.
What I like about what you just said is that you said it's a rumor, but it's also a known fact.
It's a known fact as in it's internet bullshit.
Then it's not a fact.
Exactly. It is a known fact. Put quotes around known.
Okay. Yeah.
I also like that you said that you said that you've heard it pronounced Snoops. You heard someone pronounce Snopes incorrectly. You didn't hear it pronounced Snoops.
Because you don't snope, you snoop.
Yeah, but that's why it has Snopes. If it was Snoop, it would be too obvious.
The whole word Snopes comes from is to snoop around. How would it be pronounced?
Yeah, Snoop is spelled with two O's.
Yeah, and the outlet is spelled with one.
So it's dumb either way.
Snopes. Who said Snoops to you? Name them.
Yeah, no, I will not name them. That is too cruel.
Robert's relative who said Snoops. Embarrassing. This is an embarrassing moment for you.
I hope you're not listening to this. It's very unlikely that you are, but I hope you're not.
Here's the thing. Snopes used to be called, they were formerly known as the Urban Legends reference pages.
It's a great rebrand from the Urban reference pages. What the fuck did you just say? Urban
Legends reference pages.
Urban Legends reference pages. Urban Legend reference. ULRF? ULRP.
ULRP.
That's a terrible fucking name.
Especially because like URL is already like a thing. You could have just like made that.
Apparently the co-founder of this website, he got the name Snopes because they were like, because the website started in 94. So that's why it's a very 90s internet.
I don't like being as old as Snopes.
How come I never heard of it until the Democrats needed to debunk Republican rumors?
Well, it's so funny because like apparently they changed the name to Snopes because it's the name of an often unpleasant people in the works of William Faulkner.
That's stupid.
Which seems like it could be racist.
Okay,
like,
I'm a little bit. I'll admit I'm a little bit artsy and bougie. That is the dumbest shit. Anyone who cites William Faulkner in their shit and doesn't write like them doesn't deserve to cite them.
It's little ivory towers, little lofty, but you got to shoot high, dress for the job you want.
These people like went to like a school that's just under Ivy League,
like Brown.
These people went to, I wasn't going to say, I think Brown is technically Ivy League, but I don't know.
Yeah, but you get laughed at if you say you went to an Ivy League school and you say Brown. They're like, Brown. No.
These people went to the University of Pennsylvania and are very proud of that fact.
Penn State, baby.
Let me guess, your liberal cousin went to Stanford.
Oh, West Coast.
Go Trojans. Ugh.
That's we don't have schools like that out here. We have a choice between a party school and a dumber party school in Tucson.
And then like a tiny school that no one goes to in Flagstaff.
GCU or NAU?
Yeah, there's Northern Arizona University, and then there's the University of Arizona, and then there's the Arizona State University.
And there's Grand Canyon University.
Well, Grand Canyon University isn't a real university.
No, but it's funny as hell. It's like a Christian school masquerading as a football school.
Exactly. I'm sorry to any listeners who are actually, no, this will be good advice for listeners going to college. If your college advertises on TV, it is not a real college. If they have to advertise, it is not a real college. Maybe you could potentially make some exceptions outside of like college football games.
What happened to the free market,
Yeah.
Why are you suppressing competition? And why don't you like our ads?
Grand Canyon University is just going to end up like DeVry University. There's going to be a lot of people suing each other in like 5 to 10 years, and it's always going to suck.
Is that what happened to DeVry?
Yeah, it's same thing with like Trump University, and University of Phoenix is really going through that as well.
Oh man, I have 3 degrees from the University of Phoenix. I thought they were an accredited institution.
Just because they're accredited doesn't mean they're accredited.
But they taught me everything I need to know about business.
Yeah, what did you learn at the University of Phoenix about business?
People want it and you got it.
Was your teacher Tony Soprano?
He did often wear wife beaters to teach.
There's just a couple rules in business, right? Which is that you got to spend money to make money.
Got to eliminate the competition.
You got to rise up with the boys, and you got to be grinding. All right, grinding.
God, if I went to a business class and my teacher said you have to always be grinding, I would get up. I would leave immediately.
Grind on those leads. Oh, you got to grind on your chick. Grind out that coffee.
ABG, always be grinding.
Grinding. Yeah, exactly. All
he
right.
would start every class by chanting ABG, ABG.
Gentlemen, what do we know about business? Number 1, you sell stuff. Sure. Number 2,
yeah,
people buy stuff. Also true.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Number 3, sometimes you're the guy buying the stuff they're selling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now it's starting to come together. We call this the business cycle. You buy to sell more. But the trick is to always buy for less than you sell. Do you understand what I'm saying?
God,
Let me break it down for you.
This is just supply plus demand equals profit again.
Shut the fuck up. I have some wooden blocks for you, okay? This is a business class after all, and we have to have the most state-of-the-art learning tools, these wooden blocks with letters on the side of each of them. Using these blocks, I want you to spell profit. Very good. Alaham, that is close. That is not the right use of the word.
It's a very religious class.
Yeah, never mind. You didn't get it.
No, well, you said profit, as in it's profit spelled like profit, as in
no. Your name is profit because that's what your religion is
exactly. It's the prophet Moses.
Professor, get this fucker out of here.
No worries.
Sell me this pen. Sell me the pen.
That's not a pen,
I can shove it in your eye unless you give me $20.
All right. Hey, sold.
See this pen, Malcolm?
Yeah.
It's a mechanism.
Okay.
And in that mechanism, there's a spring.
Okay.
And in that spring, when it's wound up, the tension is creating energy.
You got me. I'm sold.
Give me $50.
Give me $50.
Well, your loss was going to give you 100.
Yeah.
Yeah. See this
I got
pen?
a lot to learn. Malcolm. You got a lot to teach me.
It's full of diamonds.
You just lie. You
should just lie. That's how you should sell stuff.
It's not like, oh, the ink from this pen is the opportunity. No, it's like, no, this is diamonds. This is diamond dusting.
It's the laziest version
It's
of
a
it.
meteorite.
Yeah.
This is worth 3 times what I'm selling you. Why am I not selling it for that much? Because I like you.
They catch it. They're just like kind of heavy, right? And they're like, no.
No, it's light. It's plastic.
Wait, here's the thing, right? It's because I'm going to sell you this at a loss because I believe the conversation and the knowledge that you'll give me is better than the money I could have received from you.
Oh, this is getting too real.
Sell me this condom.
Sell me this condom.
It's just someone at a gas station check.
It's just a used condom. It's like,
yeah,
That's someone's seed.
This isn't used. It's pre-loved.
They
call me the father of IVF.
Oh my gosh. I had a dream pretty recently where I had a girl in bed and I was looking for a condom.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't find one and I was looking in my wallet and I did like a full look through. And one of those strange moments where you're watching your dream outside yourself happened. And I said, pull one out from behind her ear like a magic trick. And it's inspired me.
I want to do that.
Oh, that's.
I mean, I think your main hurdle is that no woman ever wants to fuck a magician.
That's where you wait until the last moment until she can't say no anymore.
Yeah, and for my
she very much can. That's not how consent works. She very much can say no.
She can very much revoke consent whenever she feels like it. That's correct.
Yeah, that's correct. We're not fighting on that.
And that time will be when you flick a condom out from behind her ear like a magic trick.
She can very much just change her mind in the middle of whatever she wants. Yeah, but here's the thing too, is that if you film yourself, audience, pulling the behind the ear condom reveal, I will cash app you $50.
I will cash app them $200.
The only stipulation is she cannot be your girlfriend, and you have to prove that you've never met her before that night.
This has to be like completely like a one night stand.
One night stand. No, you can't. No you can't be like, I'm on a dating app, and you're like, I'm trying to do this for $50.
It cannot be another booty call. We have already lost $75 this way.
Yeah. Also, you and the girl cannot be a part of any sort of magician's guild. If she knows who Chris Angel is, doesn't count.
Yeah, it's over for you. You guys, I had a job interview this past week.
Oh, you did? Oh, good job.
Trying to move up in the corporate world. Here's the thing. I'm no good at interviewing, but lately I have to interview within a company I already work at. It's tough. So when I'm sat there and they get to the portion of the interview where they ask me if I have any questions, you can't just say no, can you? You can't just say, it's bad to say no, because that means that you don't have interest in the position. And these snide, power-tripping cocksuckers want you to pretend to be interested in this job. Even though you know once you get it, they don't give a shit that you have it. This is the crazy thing about corporate jobs, right? Is that there is a performative dance you must do with upper management in order to advance. Malcolm, have you been through this?
I have, but it's been a long time.
All right. Let me tell you how things have changed. There's an emphasis on the questions.
Yeah.
And it's the worst thing in the world, because people will tell you the best question that you can ask is, how will you make use of my skill set in this position?
But isn't that sort of self-defeating, because isn't every boss that's like prepping for an interview just going to Google the same shit you will? Like, what are the best questions to ask at a job interview? And so if she knows that if you ask those same questions, they know that you're uncreative as fuck. Unless the woman interviewing you is above 300 pounds, in which case it is over for you. It was over for me. Okay. And I asked what the typical work week looked like, and they explained it. And I said, well, I understand it's a salary position. How often would you say you're at the office? And she stops me and she says, well, let me help you out here, because I just answered that. And at that point, I knew the interview was over. My eyes glazed over, and I just kept nodding. And I found a way to ask the most annoying questions possible to keep them answering questions they've already answered. Robert, do you have any such questions that would annoy a potential employer? Shit. I mean, I think there's supposed to be like things like you don't ask what your salary is. You don't like, there's stuff like shit.
Why wouldn't you ask what the fuck they're going to pay you, dude?
Well, because it's a dumb fucking thing that
I asked at the end of the interview.
You asked me what the annoying questions were.
How many meetings do you have a week?
Yeah. Would you shit say like that?
Would you say that the management here is more fair weather or inconstant than otherwise?
You have to be like, what's the corporate culture like?
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, that sucks. Dong.
Yeah.
What are lunch breaks?
Yeah. I thought we're looking for cringy questions.
We are. We're still doing it. I asked one that was just like, in keeping with the 4 pillars of our success, what do you think is the most important one of the 4?
That is so bad. You really hated these people, didn't you?
No, I knew they weren't going to hire me.
So why would you waste your time punishing them for that?
What do you mean the fuck?
Yeah, here's the thing. One thing we've come to a conclusion of: Robert isn't a corporate apologist. He's apologizing.
I'm not a corporate apologist. The fuck are you talking about?
He's a bootlicker.
No, I just would leave. I would just say thank you for the opportunity and go about my day.
Well, that's the thing. You can't say thank you for the opportunity. The opportunity was shit.
It's
just
rude.
imagining like a Tim Robinson bit where he's at he gets through the first part of the interview with the bullshit questions, and they're like all laughing. They're just like, well, if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. And everyone starts laughing. And they're just like, well, Tim, you've been great, but that really concludes our interview. Do you have any questions for us, however? And he'll go like, what does it pay? Fuck! I'm sorry. I really wanted to know when I get paid.
God, it's just I need the money real bad.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm addicted to heroin.
They're going to take my hands. The gambling debts are too much.
I owe so much money to Oscar Mayer.
He would.
He fucking would, yeah.
Mr. Hot Dogs.
Yeah.
You look outside, he's driving one of the hot dog buses.
There's like,
I thought it was going to be a good idea, but it turns out I fucking ruined my life.
yeah, that guy's so funny. I forgot what I was going to fucking say.
Oh, no.
Man.
But no, I will say, like, going back, you're like, if they're wasting your time, I don't think being like, oh, thank you, and you're not coming back. It's not like, oh, I'm going to get hired at the job. I think you don't have to say thank you for the opportunity. You can just go like,
I did all the things you guys told me not to do.
Did you say thank you for the opportunity?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's
wouldn't you say that? It just sounds polite.
That's polite. Yeah, it's just polite.
But
it's
We
expected.
seem torn on something here. We're out of sync.
We are.
When was the last time you interviewed Malcolm?
been like 3 or 4 years.
Okay, Robert.
Year and a half.
See, and I interviewed yesterday, so I'll get feedback from this interview, hopefully, and let you know where I fucked up.
Yeah.
So you guys can take that going forward, and we can stop doing this podcast.
Yeah.
Well, no.
The whole
We're doing
point
the
is
podcast to not have to
Pay the bills. That's right.
no. I mean, just doing. I will say, in terms of like interview process, hiring bullshit. If you have an interview with someone and you don't know immediately whether or not they're a good fit for the company or for the position, you are a bad interviewer. You are a bad boss. If you have to have multiple rounds of fucking interviewees, all you're doing is justifying your
Multiple
time
rounds of interviews.
and just fucking really stretching that thin. Everyone can do the fucking job. Jobs aren't that fucking hard. If you're not doing real fucking work, if you're just doing an office job 9 to 5, I'm sorry, your job isn't hard. It's just boring and a justification for, other people to get paid. Get over yourselves. We're just trying to make a living.
Why would you say that? We all work the same kind of job here, Rob.
I know, and it sucks, and it's stupid, and we shouldn't have to do it because we have to justify our own existence.
They lied to me about having to go to work 9 to 5. They didn't say that I could run to Appalachia and live on the trees.
On the tree.
Off of the trees. Or maybe, real work is real work, and most people, if they do real work, they don't get up they don't go to work at 9 a.m.
Did you say sex work is real work, Robert?
No, I said real work is real work.
Oh, got him. We got him.
Real work, depending on if it's sex work or not, is also real work.
Would you say that like sex work where you don't have sex with people is not real sex work?
No, because that's just porn, or that's just like solo porn.
That's just see, that's the Office version of like where Office is to construction what a cam girl is to a prostitute. You know what I mean?
I get where you're like the through line of your logic there.
My logic, you understand it?
But that is insane.
It's not insane. It tracks. Malcolm,
I wouldn't even say that. Like, it's not office work. It's like I would say it's the equivalent of like building a shed in your like garage that you bought prefab from Costco or Home Depot.
Help me out, brother. You know I'm right.
Yeah, I do kind of think Harper's in the right here.
So if I sell my naked body online, I'm not doing real sex work.
That's correct. You're copping out.
You're modeling. You're modeling.
You're a fraud.
But so modeling isn't real work.
I don't like, for instance, nude modeling is not sex work in my mind.
Okay.
You making your dick helicopter on a camera is office work.
is the equivalent of office work. If
That's called putting in the office hours.
You're doing a dumb 9 to 5 that doesn't do anything for anyone, Robert.
But so if you're like, but what if you like work the camera? So are filmmakers are like
they're artists? Yes, of course.
Okay,
that is real work.
Okay, that is real work. But then if you film make your own naked body, aren't you doing an extension of
You
that
are
real work?
self-absorbed and need counseling.
That's brutal.
That's fucked up. Okay, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen, and guys, gals,
Modeling, not real work. Models hit me up at Buck Panic on Twitter. Debate me, all right? You will lose.
Debase
You will
him.
lose.
Debase him.
Me. Spit
Debase
on
him.
me. Grind your heels into my nuts, all right? You won't. Fucking no nuts.
I do like the idea that sex work is only real work when you are
If you're
like
having sex.
if you're getting like raw dog.
Exactly. That's when it's work. What do you mean that you like the idea? It's true.
So like the guy who blows truckers at truck stops, that's real work.
That's real work.
Yeah, that's real work.
What if he doesn't get paid?
Well,
Then he's doing it for the love of the game.
That's called a nonprofit.
that's a non-profit.
Yeah,
That's a charity he's running.
Yeah, it's the truckers in need of some loving.
It's
Loves love.
it's more like chlamydia needs a home.
Oh,
You guys are besmirching the good lot lizards out there. Lot lizards, hit me up at Buck Panic on Twitter.
yeah.
You just
Send me
have
your address.
both
Which loves are you camping
models
out at
and
tonight?
lot lizards attacking your Twitter.
What a great day, you know?
Sounds like a regular Saturday night.
Yeah.
I hate to break
Saturday
it to you.
night, that's more of like 2 p.m. At the side of the road.
Do you think, Malcolm, that there are prostitutes out there that are like, they're saying sex work is real work, which it is, but these OnlyFans girls, they don't have to do any of this stuff, you know? They're not really sex working. They're just kind of like scabs.
Are they the union? So it's like the union equivalent.
It seems like it, right? Because like you have private contractors, pimps, and
We're just really going down this logical road here.
everything comes back to a cynical corporate overview if you take long enough to do it. There's no such thing as a free trade. Go ahead. Think about it. A trade free of the architecture of the corporate
The corporate machine.
The corporate
man.
machine. I mean, that's the equivalent of like saying that there always will be hierarchies, and I don't necessarily believe that. So,
Well, Robert, until the day the Paris Commune comes back in full force, it kind of looks like that's the case.
I would be. I mean, sure, as long as we don't get like murdered again and again.
What do you mean?
Officer, that man right there.
Yes, I came back. I came to the future away from the Paris Commune. I was its only survivor.
That's crazy.
No,
I actually don't remember the Paris Commune. So can you enlighten me?
no, I won't.
Perhaps
Because I would just only give a very poor version of it.
Well, that's why I want to hear it from you. I want to hear your version of
A
events.
bunch of bums in Paris decided to live off the land and got fucked up because of it.
Yeah, basically. They took over a hotel, and I think they actually even took over a few banks. They made barricades, and then the army eventually came in as they were instead of, I think they were trying to negotiate with people, and then they just got super fucked up, because, conservative reactionaries will conservatively react.
Reacting.
Jesus
You were right.
Christ.
That was a terrible.
Yeah, I just fucking said it. I
sometimes
just fucking said it was be bad, and then you're getting on me for telling the truth.
Maybe, you were underselling it. We always have to count on that.
Well, here's the thing. I was trying to set you up for success. Like the goal was to be like,
Yeah, so did my parents, and that didn't fucking work.
listen. No, it did because they added me on Facebook recently.
Mom, Dad,
Still
stop.
Are they listening to the podcast?
You still have a
No,
Facebook?
I hope not. Fuck. He
You have a
still has a
Facebook?
Facebook.
Is that for real?
I do, but I don't post on it or anything. I usually
No, guys. Facebook. No, it's just keep in touch with my family.
I really got to keep in touch with all these racist relatives.
I feel that. You gotta keep tabs.
Harper, the look in your eye was so sad.
Well, Robert, I've heard the things they say, and they'd make you blush. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's not a great scene at the family picnic. You know, it's not for everybody, or the faint of heart, especially when it comes to talking about what's happened to Michigan and stuff like that. They have words for events that normal people don't recognize. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
You know exactly what I'm saying. Hold on, I got to take this, you guys.
All right.
Hello? Sorry, guys. That was my case manager.
Oh, did you get a job? Did you get the job?
I didn't get the job.
Shit.
Was that actually the phone call to let you know that you didn't get the job?
Yeah, they said that I seemed overeager and my fly was down.
Oh boy.
So definitely keep your fly up in the interview, and maybe it'll work for Robert. I don't know.
Did they like wink at you and go like, well, at least you had
They kept alluding to it the entire interview.
It was just like motioning down, like
me and the wife were just watching that David Cronenberg film, The Fly.
That was such a stretch.
You guys ever see that?
You really? I think I was.
You know?
One of my friends was talking too much, and I really had to tell him to zip it up.
Yeah, I was listening to my favorite band, The Offspring, and let's just say I was listening to the song "Pretty Fly" for a white guy.
I just wanted someone to be brave enough to be like, "You got a cow hanging out your front door."
Yeah, I just want someone to go, just go zip.
I was watching that old Disney classic, Song of the South, and I was in love with that old song. Zippity doo dah, zippity.
Your fucking fly is unzipped on the interview.
This is kind of important and really inappropriate.
Yeah. Well, it's another landmark feature being removed from Twitter, which means Blue Sky will momentarily fill up before everyone realizes.
Yes.
2010 Tumblr. And,
a million more users on Blue Sky within the last week.
Tell you guys what, have you ever tried Threads?
I technically have Threads because of the Instagram, because it automatically signed me up.
I never signed up. I never used Threads. Do
you know what Threads is used for?
Transphobia?
No.
I think
it's for chasing, if anything.
How many eggs there are and how many chasers?
It's just full of horny people of every persuasion. Threads.
Yeah, it's horny people who want to know that their horniness is linked to their Instagram accounts.
All my little brother does all day is leave voice messages on Hot Chicks Threads. Where he's like, I'll take you to Zaxby's, baby.
That's actually really funny. Do you like Golden Corral?
I'm trying to take a fat bitch to Golden Corral. All you can eat, all I can eat too. Yeah, that's wonderful.
It's great. It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Blue Sky was like that for a little bit. When it first started, it was like all furries.
That's kind of the sign of a good thing, though, if something's entirely furries. But
they're like permanently online, and like the people who like reside in online spaces. Yeah,
they basically made the internet.
Yeah, the internet wouldn't continue existing, and most of them work in IT anyway. So
some of them are in the Air Force. That should frighten you. That should frighten you. I know a few in the Air Force.
Would it frighten you more than those people who are like actually sexually attracted to airplanes?
I think it would. I think a furry, if my pilot turns around and he's just like, I want to fuck Crystal from Star Fox, as opposed to, I want to have sex with this airplane. I think I'd be more afraid of the guy that wants to fuck Crystal.
But like, Malcolm, chime in here, because like, imagine if you're on a flight, you're going from, I don't know, Ontario to Calgary, or
California,
California to Calgary. So, and you're like on a flight, and the fucking pilot comes like, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be cruising at an altitude of 30,000 feet today. And I like men in wolf masks.
I'm fine with that. I don't
like to fuck. All my little PC up here is all filled with Sonic X Tails fan art.
This is the captain speaking.
That's better.
It's going to be about 79 degrees Fahrenheit. And I just thought I'd like to tell you that I have a zettabyte of furry pornography stored on board somewhere.
Exactly. Somewhere. For one lucky passenger.
Check out your seats. Listen, if you keep looking, you might find that there is a lot of Spyro the Dragon. Spyro the Hedgehog. Yeah, right. A lot of Spyro pornography written on that Xenophile flashlight. So if you find it, please return it to me because I don't know where it went.
But okay, and then there's that. Okay, it's strange. Probably going to get him fired. But then there's the one guy who's just like, I'm going to fuck this airplane.
Once everybody disembarks, I am going to fuck this plane.
I want to know where you fuck the airplane. Like, what part do you?
Wherever you can.
I mean, probably the stick. There's the handles.
What's the sexiest part of the airplane? Like, what is like when you're like, do you want to be by the wheel? Do you want to be the stick? As you said, the stick. Are you like doing like
fuel cells?
I mean, the nose, maybe. Like, the gas cap.
Yeah, the nose is where you're like. That's where you get your oral in.
This is stupid. This is a stupid fetish.
This is a very stupid fetish. And some people who work in aerospace engineers have it.
Yeah. So like, here's the thing. I think practically speaking, like having a fetish to a car makes more sense. Like that's there's more accessibility with an airplane.
Where are you fucking the car, Malcolm?
The exhaust pipe, obviously.
So burns is what you're going to have.
It's not on.
So what's the fun?
It's like, you know how you put a potato in an exhaust pipe? You put like a potato or a banana. You just put your dick in it, and your like dick explodes like a Elmer Fudd's gun.
You want that warmth, right? You want that warmth.
Don't want anything anymore.
You really want those 3rd-degree burns.
Yeah.
So sexy.
Yeah, it's that sensual mix of the pain and the pleasure.
I've seen a woman fuck a gear shift and not like one of those straight up and down kind, like the kind that's like a hand grip that fits in your entire palm.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I have as well. Yeah.
Because like I get you're a freak. Obviously you're a freak if you're willing to fuck the gear shift, but like couldn't you have found a different kind of gear shift before you went in on this endeavor, you know?
I mean, I'm sure she experimented.
I've seen women shove bedposts up their asses too. What's up with them?
They're doing the work. They're not just mocking.
Yeah, that's
the work.
True,
that's what it is.
That is so true, brother.
They didn't just wake up out of bed and say, I'm going to do this.
Malcolm, you've just started with your improv troupe again. That's what I hear. And, he's described the shows as dynamite. You want to give him a quick plug?
I described him as dynamite.
He says it was
literally,
as in
night. Like I have a bomb underneath the seats. You better fucking laugh.
Now that's improv.
Yeah,
Malcolm.
I said I'm doing a comedy show, and there's an improvised explosive underneath.
There it is. We found that. Yeah, good job. Good job.
That's why you're in the troupe, and I'm at home. Wow. So, if you want to give it a quick plug, Malcolm, you should, because we're going to play a little improv game, you and me.
All right, sounds good.
Oh no.
Well, you can watch the next show. It's this is a real plug. It's a Night of Embezzlement. It's happening November 15th, Chillax Studio. Tickets are on sale. Go Eventbrite, Vancouver, BC. Hope to see you there.
Awesome.
You can go there and really harass Malcolm for being in this podcast. I will laugh so fucking hard.
Go there and say, "Hey, Seinfuck guy," really loud. Hey, Seinfuck guy.
Yeah, you listen. I'll give you guest list if you send me a DM on Instagram and they're like, "Come to the show." I'll be like, "Okay, Seinfuck listener number 1," and then the list will continue.
We'll
We'll have a special chair for you in the front row with a little folded card that says Seinfuck listener, and when it's empty, Malcolm will stop doing the performance and be like, "Oh, He told me he would be here.
That's so sad.
Actually, Malcolm, you should just set that up.
Get him like a Burger King crown or something that just says like the best listener, the bestest listener.
The bestest listeners will show up on November 15th and we'll watch a performance by me, and Harper and Robert will not be in attendance.
No, we will not. I will be.
I'm across the country. I have a great excuse.
I'm here right now, but I'm leaving.
You missed the opportunity to see Robert do a stand-up, and
Yes,
Harper
you
was
did.
never here.
Perhaps never will be. Now, the game I wanted to play is simple word association, Malcolm.
Okay, I'm pretty good at this.
All right.
Okay,
Hot.
cock.
Oh, wow.
No, I'll do a real one.
It's a great start.
No,
Great start.
That was right off the
That was
top.
very quick. I gotta
Very
say.
quick. That was instantaneous. You were going to say cock no matter what I said.
Yeah, you got me there.
Got him. I got him. That's why he's the pro.
Yeah.
He's got stuff ready. You really should just leave a folded card on the seat that says like dad or something.
That would be really funny.
My
Oh my god.
dad. Yeah. He's come back. He didn't die.
You
He
keep staring
faked
at
it.
it.
He's just staring at it.
You keep staring at it the whole time. You get sadder and sadder throughout the show until at the end where you're just like,
Where are you, Papa?
you go
Every-
into the audience, dude. You pick up the note and you're just like, he told me he would be here. I don't know why I believed him.
Every single time the door opens, you look up there, you whip her off expectantly.
Papa! Oh, Papa. Oh.
All right, let's try the game again. Okay.
Okay, let's try this fucking game before we lose our brains.
No, here's the thing. It's like the only dad that's going to show up to my show is Robert's cool fucking dad, because he's a cool guy and he knows
My
what
dad
cool
will
men
not
are.
be at your show. If you put a card in that fucking venue that says Robert's dad, I will hunt you down.
Well, no, I wouldn't put Robert's dad. I'd put his real name and
Cut that.
Yeah, you can't just dox him like that.
no,
Cut that, Sasha.
no, don't cut it. Just blur it. Just do like a
Bleep it.
bleep it, because it's funny. It's a funny thing.
Say his address
Okay. I will not say his fucking address.
now. Okay, fine.
All right.
Okay, we'll play the game then.
All right. Let's
Yeah, play the game.
now.
Play the game.
Hot.
Cold.
Water.
Melon.
Fork.
Knife.
Republican.
Democrat.
Interesting. Robert, write that down. Excellent. Okay. Just a few more here, Malcolm.
Okay.
Food.
Sustenance.
Puck.
Hockey.
Cup.
Two.
No, you didn't do it right off the bat.
All right.
Your first instinct should have been to say Vancouver. But I
thought he was
know-
gonna say
Because
cuck.
you don't have a
I knew in his head he was going to say never. All right.
all right.
We'll keep going here, Malcolm. Turn.
Pike.
Left.
Right.
Up.
Down.
Sun.
Sons.
That's a stretch.
We got the juices flowing. See, this is how it starts, Robert. Okay.
Okay,
Take
I'm writing
notes.
it down. Writing it down.
Cloth.
Mat.
Wall.
Paint.
Taint.
Sphincter.
It was Saint. I know that you were thinking of Saint.
Pussy.
Juice.
Okay, keep going.
You want to keep going after that?
I want this to get worse.
It just might. Grundle.
Fairy tale.
What? Let's dive into that. Grundle to fairy tale.
So is Grundle is a kind of like goblin or something?
I was thinking of like
He was thinking of Gruntilda from Banjo Kazooie.
or and I also like Hansel and Gretel.
Hansel and Grundle.
Grundle is your gooch.
I was like trying to like remember, because I was like, I have not heard someone say Grundle in a while. Like it's been
The Fleshy Fun Bridge.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, have you never?
Why do you call it that?
I don't know. I mean,
Do you
all
ask
I
him to
know
lick-
about
do
it.
you, hold, do you ask him to lick your Grundle?
No.
And call it your fleshy friend?
No, because every single, like, they could just be licking my ass. I don't know. Or my balls.
Would you rather they licked your ass?
Over my grundle? Yes, because I wouldn't feel shit if they licked my grundle.
I would feel tantalized, personally.
Yeah, that would tantalize me.
All I know about the grundle or the gooch or the fleshy fun bridge is that it's like...
Stop
saying fleshy.
No one calls it that.
Yes, they do.
The first person I have heard call it that. Do not pass it off like everyone calls the gooch the fleshy fun bridge. Mm-hmm. Not only does it take 4 times as long as it...
Yeah, it's not a nickname. It's just very funny.
Alarmingly infantilized.
Infantilizing?
I feel like Robert goes to his partners and just like, please, I need your...
Let me see that grundle.
No, it's like, I need your warm mouth on my fleshy friend.
I need your hot mouth on my fleshy fun bridge.
Accurate.
If you can find a woman who...
Come on, you need to cross my fleshy friend bridge.
Who will drag it up the old Ho Chi Minh Trail from your ass. That's a keeper.
That is a keeper. That's a keeper.
Oh my God.
The Ho Chi Minh Trail.
Hey, stop it.
Even Sarge is reacting. That was an all-timer.
That was an all-timer, yeah. It's just, you have ADHD.
Nuh-uh. You have ADHD and you're gay.
No, you can't say that.
You are.
Okay.
And I am too.
We all are.
Listen, I think there's something to be said, which is that we all have a little bit of ADHD and we're all a little bit gay.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
That's right.
And for the land of the free and the home of the brave. So we have a user submission. This is a user submission from someone who would like to be known as Glip Glop.
Glip Glop?
Glip Glop.
I'm not going to say hi because that's not your real name.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey, listen, Glip Glop. You can do better than that, person.
Fuck you, buddy.
Why is he getting so much agita right now?
Oh, hey, it's me, guys. Glip Glop.
Oh, it's me, Glip Glop.
Oh, hi.
My name's
My name is Glip Glop.
Glip Glop sounds
What do I do? I glip and I glop.
Glip Glop sounds like the most annoying character in Rick and Morty. Like, it just sounds like that.
It does sound like a fake throwaway character from Rick and Morty, I will say.
Glip Glops are glopping the glips, and oh, jeez, guys.
Oh, jeez, Rick, the clips are glopping the clips.
They're glopping. They're going to glop.
The clips are committing genocide against the glops.
In 2016, this bit kills. Right.
Yeah, I know. And that's the saddest bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So their song recommendation is anything by Kevin McLeod and in parentheses with an A. Because obviously Malcolm McLeod is spelled different than Kevin McLeod and unrelated. Unrelated. Hey, Kevin, hit us up. Get your not cousin career in something. I don't fucking know. Pay him.
All right.
Their question is, what is your favorite onomatopoeia?
Ooh, I got a good one.
Yeah.
In a translation, there's a Japanese onomatopoeia that got rewritten into English as gashunk. And it's the sound a shark makes when it enters a room.
Gashunk. Wait. A shark entering a room.
You heard me right.
So, like, land shark SNL or...
The context is lost to me, and I know they weren't in water.
It's weird in Japanese, gotcha.
It's weird in Japanese. It's gashunk. It's the sound a shark makes when it enters a room.
Okay.
That's a little forgotten piece of lore for anybody who pays attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've learned here today. And learning is half the battle.
It's half the battle.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounded like you were getting off. You were like faking an orgasm on the pod.
Here's where you can see him, right?
Here's where you gonna see him, bud. I can finish with my mind.
All I need is the sound. All I need is the imagery in the mind's eye.
Because, like, what if I have one of those wet dreams where I can pull a condom out from behind a woman's ear and I'm about to get there and I'm talking in my sleep the whole time?
I was like, oh, is this your condom?
You don't remember those
Pick
movies?
a condom, any condom. Oh, did I stutter?
You did stutter, but that was just verbally.
Oof.
No, I know. I was gonna say, like, do you remember those movies? Like, was it Now You See Me? Like, it was
Yeah, I remember those awful,
terrible movies. Yeah,
they're making a third one, and I'm like, God, it would be so funny if one of the writers was listening to this podcast and then stole that for the movie. Like, it's just the opening scene.
Oh, I want to fuck you, but I don't have a con.
Because they're like they turned like Jesse Eisenberg and like Dave Franco into like two of the four coolest magicians on the planet. Like,
coolest magicians is an oxymoron.
That's like part of the thing. They're like, we steal they're like Robin Hood, like Vegas magicians, and you're with the FBI. And then, do you remember the first movie is like the world's like worst twist?
The fact that it was
Morgan Freeman was the fucking big debunker guy.
Morgan Freeman was the magician debunker, but it was Mark Ruffalo was actually like the son of like a magician the entire time, was actually in on the whole thing.
He's like, I'm an FBI agent, but more importantly, I'm a master magician.
It's so dumb. What is your favorite onomatopoeia, Malcolm?
Now I also, sorry,
oh my God.
But now I get glip glop, because I guess glip glop is supposed to be like an onomatopoeia.
Yeah, that was the
spent a lot of time shitting on glip glop without giving glip glop the credit for at least tying things in together.
They deserve no glip glop. They deserve no credit.
They deserve, yeah, okay. They could be like, I like the dripping sounds, like bloop, 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 bloop. I don't know. I don't know what.
You're literally a comic book writer, and you should know about onomatopoeias more than either of us.
I mean, he's a great Batman villain, and I want to see more of him in the in movies and stuff, and in the comics.
What?
Wait, did you not know that onomatopoeia is like also like
Batman, villain? Yeah, you're right. But isn't he like newer? I don't know.
Yeah, he's newer, and unfortunately, he was apparently created by Kevin Smith. But,
my favorite Batman villain.
Give Kevin Smith the reins to Batman.
Well, he started off as a villain for the Green Arrow, and then like everyone was like, "Oh, this is actually pretty cool."
Kevin Smith?
No, onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia. And well, Kevin Smith as well. I mean,
Kevin Smith is a villain from all comic book standards.
I watched his movies. I know it.
He named his daughter Harley Quinn. Like, come on.
If you name your daughter or your gold retriever Harley Quinn, you have a mental disability,
and you deserve it when she's a slut.
When she's sliding down a pole, just turned 19, they'll have no one else to blame but you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time. My favorite onomatopoeia. Okay, before I get into my favorite, I did want to say because I prepare these years submissions, so obviously I tend to know more about like my answer than either Malcolm or Harper. I found out that cough and yawn are both onomatopoeias.
Oh, so you're gonna say you're just coughing? Like,
no, I thought that was just a very interesting. I think of like cough is an onomatopoeia. That's where the word coughs from. It's just the sound a cough makes.
I also like clang. I think as I think about it a little more, clang is a good one. What?
I don't know. It's just very funny that you keep like adding things. We need a jumping off. We need a jump off. Spoosh! I think my favorite onomatopoeia is like the Tex Avery wolf kind of freaking out horny. They're like, "Awooga, awooga."
That's pretty good.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Write us in. What are your favorite onomatopoeias? And it better just be all just sound bites of guys shitting themselves in toilets.
I changed my mind. Don't write us in. We don't want to know.
We don't want to know.
I don't care. Tell us what your favorite hockey team is. That's what we really want to know.
Don't do that either. They will
Tell us what your favorite NHL team is. We won't do that. We won't do that, will we, Malcolm?
They will fucking maul you to death in the comments.
Oh, yeah. They'll kill you in the comments.
Great.
Sploosh, crack, clang. Let's just say this was a question. This was just a question.
It was a question. It was a question.
Right, we'll go back to the word game, Malcolm. Ready?
Blam, blam.
Yeah, let's finish this out with the word game.
Ready?
Yeah.
Sploosh.
Come. Thank you very much for listening to this episode of Seinfuck. We will be back next week.
Don't you dare do an outro.
Play the outro music.
Play the outro music. Sasha, hit that music.
Thank you so much for coming out, guys. Thank you so much. I am Harper. I'm Buck Harper. That is Robert Delilah. That is Malcolm McLeod. We have been Seinfuck. You guys have been so wonderful. This is produced and edited by Sasha Husband. Sasha, take a bow. Take a bow. That's right. Sasha's favorite wrestler is none other than The Undertaker. He said that they vote similarly. I don't know what that means. But we're going to have